on DHH here, he has been writing a lot about Kimi, so it's an AI that you can use in OpenCode. So he has been writing about 2.5, the version, but they recently released 2.6. You can see it here. So it's a Chinese open source model, Kimi K2.6. They have their own website here about it, but yeah, you can use it through OpenRouter, so that's what I'm going to try today. I haven't tried it yet, but this 2.6, it was just released, as we can see here, released April 20, so it's completely new. But if you see on X, like he writes here, Kimi K2.5 continues to be my daily driver for all basic stuff where I don't need PhD level intelligence. I just need it done quickly. Running it at 200 TPS through Fireworks AI within OpenCode is just such a delight. So Fireworks, that's one provider who is running the Kimi model. I don't know if they have it here, but if you look at the providers, so like you have Venice, Deep Infra, blah blah. Yeah, it's a lot of different ones. Here is Moonshot themselves, Cloudflare. Yeah, a lot of different ones, and you can see they charge different prices here with input price and output price. But yeah, with the OpenRouter, I don't think you need to handle it yourself, and then it gets routed. I think that's the selling point of that. And then when you have registered on OpenRouter, so I just did that today, and I have created an API key, and you can set a limit here, how much you want to spend. And then you can also charge it with credits. So that's what I've done. I put $5 into OpenRouter, and we will see how much it costs if I do some things with it. And yeah, I want to try the 2.6 model that is new. And we can see here on X, like he wrote Kimi K2.5 turbo is hilariously fast. And here he's writing about 𝗕𝗔𝗶𝗴 in the center, flanked by Kimi and Claude. Yeah, Kimi. So he's writing a lot about Kimi, so that's why I want to try it out. So I have here, I set up a directory and a Git repository. So I have the Git repository here, it's just something empty. And I have OpenCode, which we will launch. So I've already connected it here, Kimi K2.6 through OpenRouter. And I was thinking about, so I call this project achievements. So I was thinking maybe make like a habit tracker in Go. And when you collect enough habits for a long enough time, then you will get achievements. So that's what I want to try. So let's write something here. Okay, so now I have written my prompt, and we will see if this is gonna work. So I'm writing here, let's create a habit tracker called achievements. I want to write it in Go using static rendered pages. And I want to use island architecture with Astro. So that's you have regular statically generated just HTML pages, but then Astro for those small pieces of JavaScript that you want to put into the page. So it's not going to be a SPA, but we will see what happens. And then I write, it shall be possible to create an account with username and password. So just to keep it simple for now. And to be able to log in. When logged in, I want to be able to create, see, edit, and delete habits. I also, on each habit, want to be able to set achievements that occur after a certain number of tracked days. And I want the GUI to be inspired by World of Warcraft with something looking like a skill tree of unlocked achievements. Please use Tailwind for the front end. So yeah, we will see what happens, if it's going to figure this out. And I don't know about this with World of Warcraft, what it's going to do. But it might look like crap, but we will see. So I press enter, and off it goes. So we will see what happens. So DHH was writing about how quick Kimi is. So that will be interesting to see if it is fast or not. Or yeah, we will see. Okay, so it has some thinking phase. So this is a complex multi-part project request. Let me break down what's needed. 1. A habit tracker called achievements. 2. Written in Go with static rendered pages. 3. Uses Astro with island architecture. 4. Username password. 5. CRUD for habits. And achievements on each habit, GUI, and Tailwind. So yeah, that's basically what I wrote. And here it added SQLite for database. Yeah, that's good. Go backend API. But here with Astro for front-end with island architecture and React Vue Svelte islands. I don't know. I didn't want to have any of that, but yeah, we'll see what happens. JWT or session-based auth. Yeah, would be interesting to see what it goes with. And then, yeah, static pages. And now it is here it checks what I have installed with Node, NPM, and Go. Yeah, so that's tools I've already installed since before on my computer. So it's working on the front end, but Astro probably with static output. So I haven't used Astro before, but for some reason it's adding React and Vue, or at least it's considering it. I will use React Island since they are the most common with Astro. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe you need to pair it with something. Maybe you just cannot use Astro by itself. We will see. So it has examined the workspace, Astro with Astro.js React. And yeah, here it's doing something with NPM and NPX. And then Go, it starts the backend. So here it's planning the file structure with Astro pages, and yeah, you have in TypeScript and pages. So we continue to go down. It makes some directories, and here it's planning some Go files, Go mod with the modules it's gonna need, a package.json for the front end, some Astro config. Since I haven't used Astro, but 𝗬𝗡 server. We'll see what happens. I don't really like JavaScript and that environment that much, since it feels like it's so much complexity, and already you start to feel that here when it's going React and this weird config, but I guess it's for Astro then. Yeah, continue to go down. It's making some TypeScript. Of course, you need extra overhead and abstraction layers when it comes to JavaScript. Here it made some CSS. That's good that it just made simple CSS and nothing fancy here with like 𝗧 or something. We will see what this looks like with the 𝗦𝗶𝗴 panel, 𝗦𝗶𝗴 button, and so on. Now it's thinking here. It's writing some models for Go. User, habit, achievement, track, habit with progress. A lot of things. The database, how it's going to initialize the database. And yeah, just raw SQL. That's nice. Raw dogging the SQL that we like. We don't want any ORM object relational mapper, of course. Just do it raw like this. A lot of code here for all CRUD operations. Some auth. And it was this with JWT. It does something with claims. Some secret here. Change mean production 2024. A couple of years old. Okay, and it's still writing here. It has finished writing the auth things, and then it does some handlers here. A lot of code here. I guess it's the backend stuff for all operations that you can do with the requests. Habit handler, continue achievements handler. Hundreds of lines of code here. Almost 400 lines here. Here we have the main file. Here it sets up the API endpoints, and here it's telling that it's going to do the front end Astro files now. So it has planned some files here. It has gone quite far already here through the steps it's going to do. I think we can see here the number of tokens it has used, 25,000, 10% used, and 8 cents we have spent thus far. It does something with the layout, some inline script. That's nice. I'm sure your content security policy is going to be happy with some inline in JavaScript. Here we have an index page in Astro, some login page, some register page, habits. And now we come to some TypeScript stuff, some auth form. Here we have some HTML embedded into that code. And then we continue. Now I need to write the two most complex components, habit manager and skill tree. Okay, it will be interesting to see what it comes up with here. Now let me write the main habit manager and skill tree components, the heart of the app. Okay, didn't know that was the heart, but sounds epic. So it has some interface with achievement, a habit, and then we continue here. So this was in TypeScript. The habit manager, fetch tracks, create habit, update habit, delete habit. Seems to be everything on the front end side for calling the backend, and then here it returns some HTML, quite a lot. If we continue to scroll, almost 500 rows, and here skill tree was, let's see, yeah, okay, only 80 roughly lines of code. Great, all files are written. Now I need to install dependencies for both front and back end, build the front end, start the back end, and test it. That's nice that it will try to build and test it and see if it works. So it's going to build a front end, update to serve static files, and then do some tidying, and then start the server and test. So it's going to integrate front end and back end here. Okay, so it does something here with static files. So it's editing a file it had already created. The same here, it's adding some module it was missing. npm install, classic npm, you're getting like the whole world downloaded to your computer, 391 packages, and audited 392, so it's audited one more than it downloaded. That's quite impressive. Only 2 moderate severity vulnerabilities. That's not too shabby, only 2 vulnerabilities. So it's great what we're producing here. 169 packages are looking for funding. So yeah, like half of our code base is begging for money. Go mod tidy and npm run build, and now I can hear the fan starting to spin up. So it seems heavy this with npm. We are tracking our spendings in real time, $0.17 spent. You can see it down here as well. Let me fix the CSS import order. Import should come before Tailwind directives according to post CSS. Actually, looking at Tailwind docs, import should come before Tailwind in version 3. Let me fix this and remove the big text reference. I wonder how he came up with this. So yeah, he built it with some warnings. Oh, that's cool that he looks at the warnings and then fixes code based on that without me asking it. Now it added some font here, 𝗖𝗎𝗓 or something. It will be interesting to see what that looks like. And Open Sans, that's a nice font. Now it's building again. That's why my computer is a bit slow at the moment. Heavy stuff, this with npm and building this huge front end stuff. I can move a little bit off my face here. But here in the bottom right corner, you can see it has some to-do list here. Now it's on the step test the full application, and you can also see the modified files here. Can I? It doesn't seem like I can collapse, but I will move myself back. That's what it's doing at the moment. I had a small break, but now I'm back. So it did an npm build, and we can scroll further. So here is with the Go server, it's starting it, go run, and then it's trying to make calls to it with curl. That's cool. Start server and test auth API, more with this curl stuff. You can see here it's doing different post requests. That's cool. It's testing the API to see if it works. Here it's loading the start page. It's getting some HTML. It found some issue that it's fixing by itself while texting this. It's restarting the server, and then it continues. We'll see. It writes a lot. We scroll. It seems to be fixing a lot of different things, and maybe this was a summary or something. Yeah, the readme file it wrote, nice. And here, maybe this is a summary, maybe. So it has built it and it's running front end and back end. I got some 𝗘𝗺𝗶𝗹. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds amazing. Of course, I want a 𝗘𝗺𝗶𝗹 in my code base. And here it built what I asked for, and it will be interesting to see what it looks like. So here it says for production mode. So I should go in here and build those stuff, and then we can go here. Wow, achievements, forge your legend and begin your journey, continue quest, and you can create habits, track progress, and unlock achievements. So this is the amazing font it had found, medieval font it wrote. Oh, I need to register, and let's do test and test, register. Okay, now I have an account, so let's see if I can log in. Okay, my quests, my habits. It seems a bit empty here. Continue quest, okay. I can still log in even though I'm already logged in, as we can see. But here is a bit empty. Maybe I need to tell it that it has forgot something. So let's take this URL. Okay, So I wrote here, I've logged in and visited the page, but I don't see anything. It just displays my quest, but I don't see any way to manage my habits nor ability to see the skill tree or achievements. So let's see what it comes up with. So if we go back here and just take a look again. I mean, we had a continued quest here to log in, and here was to register, but maybe I should just, to be safe, here with dark mode. Oh, it's already dark mode. Let's see, maybe if I disable also add blocker. I don't, okay, it's already disabled. I guess it's since on localhost. Let's see what it comes up with. There's a lot of different theories. We can see we have spent $0.45 now. Or almost $0.50 we have spent on this amazing app that doesn't display so much. Forge your path one day at a time. So reading here, it's thinking a lot and having a lot of different theories about what's going on. Check JS assets are served. SSR fallback is in HTML. But why even complicate it so much with all this JavaScript and all that? I kind of regret my choice with this with Astro. I thought it would be a less complicated thing with Astro, that it wouldn't need all of this stuff, but it seems like I was wrong. I just wanted to have mostly like plain HTML and then tiny bit of JavaScript where needed, and I thought Astro would serve that purpose, but apparently I was wrong. It says that there are 2 processes using port 8080, but I don't think I started anything here. It doesn't seem to be running. It did exit here, so I don't think it's running. Oh, yeah, this seems so complex for no reason at all. I wonder if it managed to restart the server or what it's doing. Find out who is on port. Then it talks about my web browser, but I hear it remember that it started it by itself, or yeah, it was him who started it. Now it's killing everything on port 8080. Wow, now that port is free and it would restart the server. Too bad it forgot that it started the server and needed to figure out why it was running. But I'm quite impressed by this model, how much thinking it's doing. Just like, yeah, I did a second prompt, but only from 2 prompts doing all of this coding and thinking and working. I thought this Chinese open source model wouldn't be this advanced. I thought it would just trying to finish it as soon as possible and not think so much, but it's quite interesting to see all of this going on. And here I guess this was some minification or something. Of course you need to save on that. Precious bandwidth. What is he doing now? Use effect and blah blah blah, or more React stuff that I actually didn't want to use. But in step 4, set habits and set selected our code. Blah blah blah. In the re-render, it's still null because React hasn't processed set select yet. No, wait, React 18 batch state updates in event handlers. Actually, in React 18, state updates inside use effect are not batched automatically. Oh, it feels like React is changing so much, and yeah, even if you continue to use React, yeah, they continue to make big changes. Now it's talking about Playwright that it's gonna use. So let me see if Chromium or Google Chrome is available. I don't think I have them installed. Firefox is available, so is it gonna try to use that then? Now I don't know where it jumped. Here we have Firefox is available, so it will see if it can use it in headless mode. I didn't know there was a headless mode in Firefox. Actually, wait, I just realized a critical thing. When I checked the server logs, I saw this means the most recent attempt to start the server failed. The server that was running was from before the latest bind. I don't know. It feels a little bit like it's stuck in a circle at the moment, but we'll see if it figures it out. Now it rebuilt the NPM stuff, and it's starting a fresh Go server. Now it's running, and it will try to use Firefox headless to see what it looks like. Now it looks at the page. But it's cool with this with the Firefox headless. I didn't know that it even existed. And it's cool that the AI can figure this out. Yeah, here running headless and taking a screenshot of that page. Firefox headless, timed out. Maybe I can use v-get or curl with some user agent, but that won't execute JS. I wonder how we will solve this. I think this is a little bit difficult problem. But if it started the server, I wonder if I see anything new here? Loading quests, and then there's nothing here. No, I didn't get any new content there. Curl, check island tag, insert HTML. Oh, I don't know. It feels like it's not gonna reach any solution. It feels like $0.62 spent. Difficult bug. Maybe it would have been better to start simple and then not try to do everything in only one prompt. Maybe it would have been better to split it into multiple prompts. Oh, I have let it think and code a lot. Now it's at $0.90 and it feels like it's just stuck in some loop. I don't think it's getting anywhere. It's just continuing to think and wait and let me try something else and wait. We remember this and wait. He mentioned that and I need to think about this. Yeah, it feels like he's not getting anywhere. I'm just scrolling here a little bit and thinking, wait, actually, you know what? Wait, actually, yada, yada, yada. Now it's gonna rewrite the habit manager, preparing write. Starting to consider if I should just cancel this and then try another prompt or something. I think if I go back here, we still doesn't see anything new. So I just wanted this basic functionality, but it didn't. It wasn't able to nail that. Let's press escape to interrupt. Let's just add basic controls on that page for creating habits. I wrote. This means I should simplify the approach. Instead of debugging the complex React Island architecture, I should add a simpler form for creating habits. Oh, maybe this with island architecture, maybe that wasn't so smart of me. Maybe I should have done something more standard or so. I thought that this would be simpler, but I don't know. Maybe it's more trained on bloated React apps that are just more normal than what I asked for. Okay, it has gotten a bit further. We can see here it's still working, but it's restarted the server and now at least I'm getting something different, but I don't know if this is so helpful really. Maybe he figures out that something is not working. Then the component crashes and shows nothing. Error boundary would catch this now. Okay, it realized that something was wrong and maybe it's stuck in some loop now again. It wants to try Firefox headless again, but it didn't work before. It's thinking about different ways to debug this. It's going to install Playwright with Chromium. Okay. Earlier it installed a JS DOM. That was also something for debugging the visual things. Yay, even more node modules. Exactly what I wanted. Great, Playwright Chromium is installed. Now I can use it to test the page and see what actually happens. Okay, that might actually help it forward, I hope. Playwright isn't installed as an NPM package yet. Only the browser binaries were downloaded. Let me install the Playwright NPM package first. Even more, and here we have on these begging packages and security vulnerabilities. That's great. This is very revealing. The Playwright test shows has sidebar, blah blah blah, has create button, false. It's asking for some permission. Let's allow always. Okay, just continue. So maybe it was helpful with Playwright and maybe it was able now to see and figure out what's wrong. Like it said that some create button was not visible. I don't know, since I didn't write the code, I didn't know what was supposed to be on that page, but now when it looked and it could maybe figure out what was wrong. What is he doing now? Something with calendar and formats and the date as a Julian day number or Unix timestamp. We have spent $1.21. It's doing something with date time format. How can this be so difficult, I wonder? DHH, he was writing that he was using Kimi, older 2.5, when he didn't need PhD level of intelligence. But it seems like this React application requires some PhD level intelligence to be able to figure this out. It has rebuilt some NPM stuff, and now with the Go server, the build and server restart succeeded. So he will verify by taking a screenshot with Playwright, and let me check as well. No, it looks the same. I wonder if he comes to the same conclusion. the fix is working. The date format is now, but I don't still see that button. Is it running on a different port now, or what's going on? No, the port here is 8080, but I guess it's logged in with a different user, and maybe he has used the API to add things to that user's database tables. Everything is live at you need to do a hard refresh. Okay, let's try that. I hadn't tried that. No, but it's the same. Hard refresh, login, my trusty old account. No, why doesn't it figure this out? So let's ask it to fix this. So I said that I'm getting this error on the page, and then I don't see any button to create habits. I have no idea what he thought he had fixed, but the habit creation controls were already built in there, just hidden behind the plus new button in the quest sidebar. Where is the quest sidebar? I don't see any such sidebar. Okay, let's do in this mode. Can we get a sidebar somehow? No. I don't know what page he's visiting, but I'm sure not seeing any sidebar. Oh no, is it more thinking and stuff like that again? What is going on? Let me make the component bulletproof and fix the potential re-render loop too. This is a mess. It has already spent $1.4 and yeah, time is just ticking. And even more React. So it has done a lot more work now. It made the code more defensive and null checks and all kind of things it added everywhere. I don't know why, but yeah, it seems like something has worked at least. Now it has restarted the server, and I did a refresh, and this is what it looks like now. I have quests. I select the quests. Let's refresh. It's still working. I don't know what it's doing at the moment. It's like trying to test it. I hope nothing breaks. Go to gym. We can do. I want to get strong. Curate. Wow. 0 days tracked, 0 achievements, and here go 5 times. 5 times is good, and then days required is 5. Add that as a milestone, and we want to go 10 times, 10, and then become massive. And that is after 100 days. Here we have our skill tree, and we're gonna unlock this, I guess. And here, track today. 1 day tracked, 0 achievements reached. So we have 4 days left here, and we can see the number of days left on those ones as well. And I guess this is it. What happens if I track one more? No, nothing happens. I wonder what it would look like when you unlock these ones, but maybe a little bit difficult to simulate now. It's telling what it has fixed, and yeah, actually it's working now, so that's nice. So let's try one more prompt for testing. I want to be able to press the track today button and then add days in the past, going 1 day only for each press. So let's do that. So I would like to be able to click here multiple times and then, yeah, add multiple days here. Not only this one, so then it would be a little bit easier to test this. Let's do this. Wow, now that is unlocked as well. But to become massive we need 100 days. So do I have energy to press this many times? You can see here 47, we continue 50, 60. Oh, we're gonna become massive. I don't know if I like this interface really, but yeah. For sure, amazing. Wow, unlocked. We unlocked the whole skill tree here. Milestone achievements. That's amazing. And here, no milestones, but something tracked. Wow. Quite cool. Cool. It managed to finish it. Or yeah, we have something working. Maybe I'm a bit regretful about this with the React and Astro and the one that maybe it would have been possible to make it simpler, and we spent $1.8. Let's look here what has happened with the source code. So I did the repository with JJ. So I was standing now in the backend directory. So let's do again. Here we have some backend code. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 files, and then we have front end. It's all node modules stuff as well, and this is this, and here continue to scroll. Yeah, it it goes on forever. Maybe we should just jump to the end here. Untracked paths, also a lot of weird stuff. And here was the actual source code. Oh, so maybe not that much in then, but we would need a gitignore file to ignore all of this. But I don't know if I have more energy for this. But at least we have tried it out, and we can look here for fun in OpenRouter. We can see here we have spent $2.048. We can look here at credits as well. Yeah, it's ticking down all our massive work here. What do we see here? Oh, nothing more really. Oh yeah, but that was fun. We have tried Kimi. I don't know if I'm that sold on it as DHH is, but maybe it works better with smaller prompts. I think that was also a mistake. I think you should make smaller prompts, and often with models they like get worse the more tokens they use, and here we're already at 43% used, so maybe it would have been better to start a new chat and and like reset the number of tokens you have in the chat. So maybe it would have been better at coding then, and maybe it wouldn't have spent so much, since now it has a big context and that it is relating new things to. I guess it would have been better, would have been possible to be a bit smarter about this. But yeah, interesting. I would like still to be able to spend a little bit more time with this and try it out more. Yeah, it was fun to try it now, but yeah, maybe I didn't do it correctly or so. Yeah, reading these comments from DHH, I think you can get a bit better results than what I experienced now. But maybe it's also a little bit about choosing the right tool for the job. Maybe this should have been like Claude in the beginning, and then when you're adding or like existing features when you already have a code base, maybe then it's easier with Kimi. Maybe it would be able to do a better job in that circumstance if you like already have an established code base. But that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and please let me know in the comments what you think about Kimi and other open source models. Is there any other model I should use? Like now when I have OpenCode and OpenRouter, you can see here with models, OpenAI here with OpenRouter, they have a lot of different ones that you can select between. So this with Kimi was just one of them, but yeah, I have heard about this Minimax. It seems also to be popular, so yeah, a lot of different choices here. So yeah, but let me know in the comments what you think, and we will see each other another time. Bye bye.